Hey, what's going on, and welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're going to be addressing a question that I get frequently asked by people inside of my Facebook group, as well as on social media. And that is, Steve, if you're brand new or I'm brand new to the high ticket sales space, how do I find my first high ticket sales job if I don't have any experience and I'm brand new to the space? Well, on this video, I'm going to be walking you through step by step what skill sets are actually needed and how to approach business owners in order for you to get your first high paying sales job. Let's jump into it. Let's go. All right, you guys, so I want to lay a little bit of foundation just to make sure that we're speaking the same language and we understand what high ticket sales are. Now, if you're brand new to the channel and we're talking about high ticket sales, that could mean anything from cars to planes or whatever it may be, anything that's actually high ticket. In this context, what we're predominantly talking about are anything that's involved with a coach consulting or agency service type offerings, which requires somebody to jump on a conversation with a potential prospect, go through an entire sales process and ask them to actually purchase the product. Typically that ranges from anywhere between $5,000 and upwards of $25,000. Of course, there's business owners that have $100,000 packages. I work with an agency where we work with a lot of high paying type customer because of the fact that they're running a lot of paid advertising. So what we're referring to when we talk about high ticket sales is anything that's over $3,000 that needs a high ticket sales rep to be able to field that call, just so that we're all on the same page. Now, for context, I also want to explain to you that the market has actually shifted a little bit. 5-6 years ago, businesses used to be able to run paid advertising, drive traffic to some sort of, funnel process, webinar, VSL, generate book scheduled calls, and the automation would really allow the business owner to drive book scheduled calls. They still do it this day. It works very, very well. But the problem is that it's become more expensive to generate book scheduled calls. Prospects are less likely to sit through a long webinar, which means that the industry has started to shift, where business owners really were just looking for people that were talented at coming in, taking those book scheduled calls so that the business owner could work on the business and he could have a sales team fielding those scheduled calls. Well, because the market has shifted over the course of the last couple of years and people have gotten better and better at actual doing high ticket sales, businesses are really reluctant on just giving somebody that's brand new to the high ticket sales space appointments that has costed them quite a bit of money and hoping that they actually convert or hit the numbers that they need in order for them to be able to make the money that actually they need to as a business. The market has shifted a little bit where you need to come to the table with another set of skill sets if you're going to land your first high ticket sales job right out of the gate with a business. So the purpose of this video is really to map out step by step what I would do in today's environment if I didn't have any high ticket sales experience and how I would actually go about doing it. So let's jump into that right away. All right, so step number one is to acquire the skill set of understanding how to create conversations that convert. Now, let me kind of explain to you what I mean by that. Business owners, anybody that's running paid advertising that has high ticket sales reps or a team is generating typically a handful of appointments. These are opt-ins. These are people that obviously opt into some sort of marketing funnel. They're generating leads. They now have older leads. They have people that book scheduled calls but never showed up. The point is they have a database of actual leads that most likely those high ticket sales reps aren't doing anything with other than actually fielding the new book scheduled calls. So if I'm brand new to the high ticket sales space and I wanted to get involved with the high ticket sales industry, I need to be able to bring the business value by generating additional appointments. And the best way for you to do that is by start out by becoming an appointment setter. An appointment setter is anybody that has the ability to generate appointments or additional appointments above and beyond the automation marketing that's actually happening with the business currently and drive more book scheduled calls for the business owner. That's done several ways, one of which is actually through social media, interacting with people on social media in behalf of obviously the business, through Facebook groups, posts that the business puts out. You got all kinds of people that are interacting with the business or commenting on social media that typically businesses don't have the processes set up where they have somebody actually reaching out to those people and trying to drive them into having a book scheduled call if, of course, they're in the market for their services and and products. They just don't even have it set up. So this is missing revenue that the business is completely missing out on. It also has a lot of other leads, like we talked about earlier, opt-ins, business leads of people that no-showed, older leads, people that were presented an offer but never ended up actually closing. There's all of this opportunity, but the business doesn't have, number one, the time or the skill set to bring on new sales reps that are commission-based to train them on generating more appointments. So the first thing that I would learn is how to have conversations with people either on social media or older leads or newer leads that the business isn't monetizing, that I can start reaching out to and having conversations and scheduling additional calls where now once those deals are actually closed, I'm making an immediate commission. Think of it like this. It's a complete win-win for the business. It's a win-win for you. It's a win-win for obviously the business because this is all revenue or leads that the business is currently not taking advantage of. So if I come to the business owner with the skill set of knowing how to help them to generate additional appointments by interacting with people that are interacting with them on social media and calling older leads, text messaging older leads, the business owner, why would they not hire you? It's newfound revenue. So that's the first skill set that you got to come to the table with. So the second skill set is what we would call like a triage or a setter role. Now, this comes with some skill sets that are actually needed. So typically for leads like off of social media or off of opt-ins or older leads, so they need to speak with somebody to make sure that they're in a buyer framework prior to actually speaking with the sales team. So the role of a setter or a triage call person is really to have a 20 to 30 minute conversation with all of those leads that are coming in off of social media or through opt-ins or older leads, just to make sure that they're a good potential fit for your product or service. Now, this is a skill set that's actually needed because you've got to ask them strategic questions. You've got to really find out what they're actually in need of. And you need to do it in a way that's setting the sales team up for success, where the sales rep can actually come in, look at the information that you were able to gather and present something to the person or the prospect and really have a high chance of actually closing that deal. So if you can learn these first two skill sets where you understand how to do triage calls with individuals, where you can drive new appointments to yourself, have a 30-minute conversation and put them into a buying state for the sales team. Now what you're doing is you're sending over high quality appointments to the sales team where they can jump on and close deals with newfound revenue that they're currently not taking advantage of. So the first two skill sets that I would focus on first are how to generate appointments through older leads and social media. Number two is understand how to do triage calls and make those appointments even better and teed up to the sales team or the business owner or the organization. Once you're consistently doing that and generating revenue for yourself or commissions by deals that are actually closed, now you become very valuable to the business. Now you actually have leverage because you're now proven and there's other businesses out there that need that skill set. And so now you can talk with the business owner about giving you the opportunity to actually close those deals as well and putting yourself in a better financial situation. So those are really the two skill sets that you need to focus on in order for you to transition in today's environment as a high ticket sales rep. So hopefully you found this information helpful. If you have any questions, like always, comment below. I do have my free Facebook that's posted in the link where if you want to come, we do trainings every Tuesdays and Fridays on these particular topics. You're more than welcome to join that group. Hopefully you found this valuable. Looking forward to talking to you on the next training. See you soon.